Hello, this is Opinion Radar. If you're working in maintenance, HVAC, or industrial environments, you know how much your tools impact your efficiency and your sanity. Today, we're looking at a solution designed for jobs where time, space, and reliability matter. The Klein Tools Grab and Go Impact Socket Set. At a price point of $25, it's not just affordable, it's smart. This isn't a full shop set, nor is it meant to be. Instead, it's built for those in between moments, quick fixes, emergency repairs, or when you need just a few key sizes on hand without the bulk. Klein's reputation for durable, tradesman focused tools precedes them, and this set claims to deliver practicality without compromise. In this review, we'll put it to the test in real world conditions, daily use, tight spots, and less than ideal environments to see if it lives up to the promise of convenience, security, and lasting performance. Let's dive in and find out whether this compact kit is worth a permanent spot on your tool belt. Let me tell you something. If you've ever found yourself climbing a ladder to the top of a furnace or maneuvering through tight spots in an industrial plant, you know the struggle of carrying a full socket set just to realize you're missing the one size you actually need. That's where the Klein Tools Grab and Go Impact Socket Set comes in, and honestly, it's one of those small but smart investments that makes your day just a little smoother. This 10-piece SAE set packs in the most commonly used socket sizes, ranging from a quarter inch all the way up to 3/4 inch, and organizes them in a compact, color-coded sleeve designed for real-world use. What stands out immediately is how thoughtfully it's built. Every socket stays firmly in place, so you're not constantly checking if something's about to fall out when you're halfway up a scaffold. It's lightweight, low profile, and has a carabiner clip that lets you attach it directly to your belt loop or tool bag, which means no more trips back to the truck just because you forgot a 9/16 socket. As someone who's spent years in industrial maintenance, I've tried just about every compact socket solution out there: magnetic strips, nylon roll-up cases, elasticated pouches, and most of them fail the durability test or compromise security for convenience. This set, though, strikes that rare balance. The sleeve material is rugged, thick enough to take a drop without tearing or warping, and the sockets themselves are seated in tight, secure pockets. I've dropped mine more times than I care to admit, sometimes off equipment stands or out of tool vests, and not once has a socket popped loose. That peace of mind is huge when you're working at height or in hard-to-reach areas. And because the sockets are impact rated, they hold up well under torque, even with a higher-powered impact gun or breaker bar when you're dealing with rusted or over-tightened fasteners. One of the things I appreciate most is the color coding system. Now, I'm not saying I've memorized every SAE size, though after 20 plus years in the field, I've got most of them close to instinct. But having a quick visual reference when you're in a dimly lit mechanical room or working at odd angles makes a world of difference. The bright yellow trim around each socket is easy to spot, even in less than ideal lighting conditions, and allows for rapid identification without fumbling around. It's a small detail, but one that clearly shows Klein didn't just slap this together. They designed this with actual tradespeople in mind. The 3/8-inch drive size is also the sweet spot for general use, giving you enough leverage for most tasks without being too bulky for tight spaces. I've had mine clipped to my tool bag for the past 8 months, and it sees daily use in environments ranging from dusty industrial plants to damp rooftop HVAC units. The carabiner clip is sturdy, hasn't bent or opened under stress, and swivels just enough to prevent tangling. I've used this set for everything from changing out motor mounts to disassembling control valves, and it's covered about 90% of the fastener sizes I regularly run into. The only two times I needed a size outside the set were for less common 13/16 and 1-inch nuts. Those you'd probably need a larger impact setup for anyway. But for the vast majority of day-to-day jobs, this set truly is grab and go. Having it clipped on my side means I'm rarely caught off guard, and that alone has saved me countless trips up and down ladders. Quality-wise, Klein doesn't disappoint. These aren't cheap chrome-plated knockoffs that start chipping after a few uses. The finish on the sockets resists corrosion, holds up to grease and solvents, and still looks clean and professional even after months in a toolbox. I've put these through some harsh conditions: exposure to moisture, extreme temperature shifts, constant handling, and they show minimal wear. That's consistent with what I've come to expect from Klein over the years. I've got Klein pliers that are over a decade old and still going strong, so knowing the socket set is built to the same standard gives me confidence it'll last just as long. This kind of durability isn't just about pride in your tools, it's about reliability when the job's on the line. Now, is it perfect? Well, no tool is. The biggest limitation is, of course, the size range. It's not meant to replace a full socket set. This is a convenience kit, not a complete solution. If you're doing heavy machinery work, you'll likely need deeper sockets or metric sizes, which aren't included here. But I don't see that as a flaw. It's more about understanding the tool's purpose. This set is designed to give you the most commonly used SAE sizes in a portable, secure package. At $25, you're getting excellent value for something that solves a very specific problem: quick access to essential tools without unnecessary bulk. If you're someone who moves around a lot on the job, this is going to be a game changer. Overall, this is one of those tools that grows on you the more you use it. It's not flashy or revolutionary, but it's the kind of practical, no-nonsense gear that makes your workday easier. I've recommended it to a few of my crew members, and every one of them has come back, saying the same thing: "Where has this been all my life?" For anyone working in industrial maintenance, HVAC, or even general construction, I'd say it's a solid buy. It's durable, smartly designed, and solves a real-world problem with a straightforward solution. After months of use, it's become a permanent part of my everyday carry, right up there with my multimeter and Klein VDV pliers. And honestly, when a tool earns that kind of spot, you know it's earned its keep. If you're tired of climbing ladders only to realize you're missing the right socket, let this be the tool that stays within reach. Do yourself a favor, like this video if it helped, and subscribe for more no-nonsense reviews that keep your toolkit ready for anything.